Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk some XRP. Cheers. Top of the morning to all you guys out there watching, enjoying, and hoping for some good news for XRP. And that's kind of what I'm getting into in this video. So we'll take a look into the market real quickly, and then I'll dive into some big news coming out of Grayscale. Shout out to all the new subscribers that were watching in the live stream yesterday when we went down a lot about XRP. Talked some crypto yesterday with Zach Humphreys, and that was a fun time on the channel. So appreciate you guys that are new to the channel tuning in. All right, but let's get down into it. Like I said, guys, if you haven't done so, please subscribe now, and also give me a follow on X. The handle is in the bottom left, and funny thing about that is I am now searchable. So that was something where my content was being censored on X because of crypto, and I figured out how to do that after subsequently being hacked a month ago on my X page. So I got that back, and now I'm searchable. So go for it. Give me a follow if you haven't done so, and let's talk about it. So as we look into XRP right now, you can see kind of at 55 cents. It's been a little bit of a mixed bag. We are up 4% on the week, down 2% on the month. It's essentially been flat, and we kind of went over that yesterday within how XRP has been performing historically over the last 2 years, and I will show it to you guys again because I do think it's relevant, and it's something where I was able to show this blue line on the live stream where we have been in this ascending up channel for quite some time now, and every time we get down below that blue line, we do bounce up, and my trading indicator right here and there has bounced up off of that, even when it went down for a little bit. So if you get a more broader macro kind of issue taking us further down into the red, and I should say red, but 40 cents is still better than what it was, but still we bounced off pretty nicely, and we are now back up above that trend line and looking to ascend even higher as we get later into 2024 and 25 with all the XRP advancements and developments that we have coming in the market. And right now, if you want to talk about it a little further, we have since flashed momentum down. I will zoom in on my trading indicator, and look at this, guys, just bounced off right again. I'll put another circle there, and I'm going to lead this up because it actually holds true in my opinion. That's where you can look at all these little data points where we have bounced up back above that blue line that is continuing to be rising. And even here, we have a very interesting thing where we are trading right along it. Okay, so the next thing in the cards is getting back up to that 60 cents level. So not financial advice, but just another kind of investment strategy that I deploy is if we do hit that blue line, that's when I'm buying more XRP. And then obviously, if you do think it's going to subsequently fall, you can measure off that time frame where we do look at just the better part of less than a month, right? Two and a half weeks, where if you hold that for 2.5 weeks, then all of a sudden you can sell and realize that gain where we can take about 53 to 64 in terms of the price action. So at least around there. So that's a pretty substantial swing in just 2.5 weeks of work. So just a little strategy that I deploy from time to time. But like I said, if you don't agree with me, you don't believe in me, and obviously, like I said, I'm not telling you what to do. This is not financial advice. Go check out this blue line for yourself, okay? And I'm pretty, horrible at drawing this to scale, but it's pretty simple, guys. We have, and this is 2.5+ years, where it's almost looking like it's programmed in a sense. So that's where I'm at with XRP on the charts. I want to get back into this article because the big thing here right now that is bullish for XRP is that Grayscale is seeking to convert a fund with Solana, XRP, and Avalanche into an ETF. Now, this is some breaking XRP news, right? Breaking XRP ETF news. We have looked at the possibility of Solana ETF, and by all accounts, from all the pundits, they are banking on XRP being that next crypto. But for me, guys, in my money, this is something where we look into the possibility of converting its large digital large cap fund within the likes of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Avalanche into an ETF. Now, I talked about this a little bit too in my live stream. We've had ETFs available, okay, but they're just not called ETFs, all right? They're offered outside the United States, and they are offered with another name. But essentially, it's been the same thing. So opening it up to the Wall Street market and in terms of that volume and availability to traders there, that's basically the only thing that we have to gain. However, it is important to understand that despite all this ETF thing, I've always been a glass half full person when it comes to the crypto ETFs. Yes, it creates a large, scalable, sizable amount of volume and money that's going to be flowing around and transacted from the more traditional way of doing it. But I also think that it makes a lot of money for the people that are doing the transactions and the brokers, if you will. Okay, and obviously the big players such as Grayscale and BlackRock, they're not going to be doing this if they weren't going to be making money. Okay, and my thoughts on this is all fine and dandy. You get more exposure for XRP, get more exposure for any crypto that's going to be born into an ETF. But if we want to call a spade, we didn't really see anything too crazy come out of the Bitcoin. I could make the argument that this was all programmed and kind of historically repeating the trend that we've done in 2017 and 2021 for that matter, okay? Same thing goes for Ethereum. Ethereum's been... was it the Ethereum ETF that's causing all this, or is it they just following the market moving in the more broader stroke that's getting the push from Bitcoin like we always have been doing, okay? That's kind of where I'm at. So, this is all fine and dandy until we look back at this and we realize that, okay, it's just opening XRP up to more institutions. And that's a little different story, though, because if you want to talk really truly about XRP and the blockchain that lies within the ledger, this is something where I think that their goals and their aspirations as a crypto is much more different than any other crypto that there is available. And that's kind of why I keep them in my own category. I do my meme coins, I do my large caps, mid caps, what have you, but XRP is kind of in its own breath. So when I talk more about XRP in the ETFs, it's going to get exciting because I think it is going to perform more so like more of a traditional kind of offering than a crypto such as the likes as Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's going to be a little bit more stable too, in my opinion, and we talked about that and we've alluded to that right here on the chart, guys. It looks kind of like this is a blue, very sharp increase, but if you put it to scale and we look at it like kind of at normal face value, you really have to zoom in to see that because it's a very slow and steady incline that we're forming that ascending triangle. So that's where I'm at. Let me know what you think about that. Do you agree with me on the premise that XRP is kind of programmatically steadily rising despite all the SEC suppression and all that going on behind the scenes? I want to know your thoughts down below in the comments. And do you think ultimately if we do get an XRP ETF, that will lead to a better price for XRP? Or do you think it's something where maybe XRP is likely to go in with the likes of Solana and Avalanche and Ethereum and Bitcoin in that large cap fund? And to my money, and what I would, if I was a traditional traditional stock investor, right? And all I know is, whatever, maybe I'm some old timer at the coffee shop reading the paper, checking out my dividend payers. And, I open up to page 6 every single day and I just want to buy, and everybody's talking about this crypto, and I don't even know how to use my email or my cell phone. Maybe I want to say, hey, let me put some of my money into crypto. Okay. But you don't really know how to do it. But now you go down to your local branch, you go down, whatever you may be using, and you can go execute and buy an ETF that couples the likes of, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and AVAX. Okay. That's kind of where I look into the large cap fund. And if that was an ETF, that's kind of how I used to invest in ETFs myself. Instead of playing, the oil market and picking one of the gas stations or the oil providers to just go absolutely crazy, I would get into more of an exposure within, spreading it out and just taking it all if I believe that whole sector was going to rise as a whole. So just interesting. Want to jog your brain, but I think the big news here, and this is kind of why it's XRP breaking news, is that if we look into this headline, if they convert this fund into the ETF eventually, their large cap fund, I think that would be positive. However, if XRP goes out on its own, that may have some legs. I think that may have some more legs than, say, Solana, Bitcoin, or Ethereum in terms of their sole ETF as well, where it's dedicated just to them and their offerings. So that's where I'm at. Appreciate you guys watching. Kind of went over a lot in this video. If you haven't done so, make sure you guys all like, comment, and subscribe down below, like I said previously, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.